Dylan, what up? What up, Dylan? Hold up, let me go shut my door before I start fucking yelling and shit. Give me 1 minute. So you see the thumbnail, huh, Dylan? Shit. I'll be honest. I don't think Jake's winning, and I will never say Jake's gonna win. But what's it called? That thumbnail is because of all the fighters picking against AJ at the press conference today. Crazy fucking work. Everyone picking against AJ. Fucking A. Am I in a time loop? No. Alright, good. Alright, so yeah, that's why I got the thumbnail saying Jake is gonna win, because if I'm not mistaken, Anderson Silva, Oscar De La Hoya, Tyson Fury, Nate Diaz all picking against fucking AJ, bro. Doing him dirty. But Dylan saying Joshua is a minus 1100 favorite against the plus 650 dog Jake Paul. Yet everyone's fucking riding with Jake. Sup, bro? What up, M Gal? Everyone's back after the late night stream last night. I feel like I went to like a party or something like that, boys. I feel like I went to a fucking party. That's how late we've been up the last 2 nights. I feel like I'm straight up hungover. Haven't even had anything to drink. I don't even know when's the last time I had something to drink. But I feel hungover low key. Anyway, just a couple updates real quick. I'm about to post my reaction to Jealous Joey. Last night. It's too good. It's too good. So once that gets posted, and once my stream ends around 7 p.m., shit, I might actually, this stream might end by 6:30, because I think my homie's gonna pick me up at 6:30. So we're gonna be streaming till 6:30, but at 6:30, once the stream ends, boys, help me out. Go watch the fucking my reaction video to Jealous Joey, and run up the likes, run up the watch time, so the video can go viral. That's my one favor for the day from you boys. But with all that being said, the titles for today, obviously Arman Tsarukyan Wilden. He be headbutting Dan Hooker over nothing. And jeopardizing the main event and shit like that. We got Jake Paul versus AJ. This is going to be the main attraction for the stream today. And then we can react to the Tyron Woodley versus Anderson Silva boxing match getting booked. Didier Castro. What up, Miata boy? We're back. Shit, Miata boy was up all night with me fucking watching the live stream. No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy. Alright, let's watch. But yeah, I was a little bit worried. I was a little bit worried about my MMA Joey reaction video. I couldn't tell if it was going to be good. It turned out to be pretty good. Oh yeah, Hamzat back in the hospital. He got an injury, right? He got an injury of some sort. We in Miami partying. Let's go, M Gal. Gonna hit the club. Shout out M Gal. Shit. Like I keep telling you guys, but nobody be reacting. I'm going to K1 speed in like an hour and a half. And honestly, aside from the fact that it's my stepbrother's birthday, you know what I mean? I'm shocked we're going to K1 speed for his 30th. That's the type of partying I'm going to do tonight, M Gal. Then I'm going to come home. Warm and humid out. Bro, it's cold as fuck out here and it's already dark. 5 p.m. Dark as fuck out here. It's been raining. Hence my jacket. But what was I just gonna say? What the fuck is K1 Speed? Miata boy, K1 Speed is low-key like a go-kart racetrack. It's a go-kart racetrack, bro, for like, God, I don't want to insult anyone, but it's like, it's a go-kart racetrack for fucking like 16-year-olds and shit. Like, I got my license already, bro. I've been had that shit. Why the fuck I gotta go to K1 Speed for? I could just drive around outside. But that's what my stepbrother wants to do. So I gotta go do it. Also, if we have time, maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But I did have a couple things I want to say about Demetrius Johnson's video. But I also wrote some stuff down today. We'll do the Demetrius Johnson video if we got time. Otherwise, it's not that big of a deal. MGal, we got up to 90 degrees today and it was humid. Damn. Bilal's media day Epstein joke is better than this press conference. Jamal Witherspoon. Shout out Jamal. This press conference was okay. But here's some things I got from the press conference. You know, AJ, he got to weigh in at 245 pounds, but there's no limit to how much he can gain after weigh-ins. So I wanted to look up, you know what I mean, what AJ's last weigh-in was, how much he weighed, because he got to weigh in at 245. So if it's a lot below his last weigh-in, he's going to be weight drained. Oh, that explains why you're dressed like Tupac. Exactly, Miata boy, exactly. Hang on. So we also got Joshua. He's training with T. Music. That's another development in this press conference. Jake Paul saying he's gonna KO Tyson Fury next after AJ. AJ promising to break Jake's face. AJ got his next opponent lined up already. Jake Paul does respond to the no chin allegations on AJ. So Jake gets asked about that. And yeah, the fighters who are picking against him, Oscar, De La Hoya, Tyson Fury, Nate Diaz, all picking Jake to win. Oh, and I knew you guys would love this one. Jake Paul, of course he had to do it. He had to pay a reporter to ask another question. Unbelievable. And AJ says it's a loss if he doesn't KO Jake personally for himself. So those are some things to look out for the media day press conference right now. Also, to start this off, I was gonna skip past Ariel, but we might as well listen to this shit. I don't know why he does this to start it off, but it's fucking insufferable. You're about to find out what I'm talking about.
Hello to the two-time former unified heavyweight champion of the world, the 2012 Olympic gold medalist, the pride of Watford, the pride of the United Kingdom. Make some noise for the one and only Anthony Joshua. He is actually here. One half of the equation is here in the flesh. We'll say hello to the man he'll be facing on the 19th of December. You know him by now. Again, I don't have to go over the resume. He was supposed to fight last weekend against a 135-pounder. He's now fighting a heavyweight king. He's the pride of not only Puerto Rico, but Cleveland, Ohio as well. He's El Gallo. He's the one and only, the problem child, Jake Paul. He's actually here.
Never forget when Ariel went, Iron! Iron! Mike! Tyson! It was just insufferable, bro. And here he is again. Here he is again. I had to just attempt it. If you remember that shit, you remember that shit.
This is really happening. That's Jake Paul. That's Anthony Joshua. It's really happening, and this is the first time that I see them and the first time that they see each other, and we'll get the face-off in a matter of moments, but we need to get into things, my friends. And again, December 19th, live and exclusively on Netflix, it is in fact going down. Jake, I'm going to start with you, and I want to ask this question, and I hope you know it comes from the most sincere and respectful place possible. Are you all right, my man? Have you lost your mind? This is Anthony Joshua that you just called out. You're fighting Anthony Joshua in less than a month. Why are you doing this?
I like to challenge myself. I like to take on the biggest, the best. I said anyone, anytime, any place. I truly mean that. And I'm here to go out there and shock the world. I know what I'm capable of. I see him and what he's capable of. And we're going to go to war, and we'll see the best man that will win. But people say, oh, he's out of his mind, all of these things. I've gotten to where I'm at today because of delusional optimism. And so it's delusion until it's not, because look at where we're sitting today. No one ever thought that this would be possible, that we would be here when I first started boxing. And no one thinks I'm going to win. So join the list and be ready to be shocked.
And so can you explain to us, when the Tank Davis fight fell through, what was the process in terms of picking who you'd fight next, saving this opportunity on Netflix, and then eventually picking, without a doubt, the most accomplished and toughest opponent that you have faced just yet?
Yeah, well, Joshua was always in the plans after Gervonta, and we just started talking to a bunch of different camps. Tommy Fury was scared.
I'm going to increase the playback speed a little bit, because I have it time-stamped at around 11:52 is when it gets juicy about the weighing in at 245 pounds. But I just don't want to. I just want to make sure if they say anything that I missed, that we at least hear it. So I'm gonna play it on 1.25, but once it gets to the juicy part, I'll put it back to regular speed. Miata boy, I'm back. What up, Miata boy? Don't be leaving, homie. Don't be leaving. I'm just playing. All I hear is soy coming out of Helwani. Homie made out of fucking soy, bro. He's 50% soy at least.
Per usual, one more time. Ryan Garcia was scared. Terrence Crawford said yes, but wanted to do it later next year. I was like, let's get a fight in right now. Anthony Joshua said yes. He was ready in December. Let's run it.
AJ, my man. Femi, it's good to see you.
Femi.
It's great to see you. How did this come across your radar? And could I ask, what was your initial reaction when you found out that there was a possibility of fighting Jake Paul this year on Netflix?
Thank you for having me. Well, you got to give credit to Jake and his team. They reached out to me, to be fair. And it was a great opportunity for me. So it's an opportunity for me to fight. I wanted to take 12 months out of the game. And I'd done that. And then it was time to get back to work. So I was planning on fighting anyway. And actually, I would have been fighting this weekend if I had it my way. And this opportunity presented itself. And I said, yeah, why not? It's great. I think it's massive. It's colossal. It's making big news. We're bringing marketability together with ability. Those two worlds collide. You got Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. And we're here in Miami. We're bringing Europe, Africa, Asia, Nigeria, the whole world together to watch this show on Netflix. It's going to be phenomenal. And that's how we ended up here, basically. Two guys that just want to put on a good show.
When the early reports were coming out about this fight being in the works, your longtime promoter, Eddie Hearn, was saying, like, we don't think that he is crazy enough. Jake is crazy enough to take this fight. Was that your initial reaction as well? Like, yeah, this is all nice. It's nice to talk, but ultimately he is not crazy enough to fight me.
I don't think Jake's crazy. I think Jake's a logical person. He knows what he can do. He knows something within himself, and he's got good people around him that know something about Jake that maybe a lot of us sitting here don't know. For example, I know a lot about myself that many guys don't know. All he needs is belief in himself. All I need is belief in myself. And that's why you got us two sitting up here and no one else. If we listen to everyone else, maybe we wouldn't be here today. But it's not about being crazy. He knows what he can do, and that's all that matters. Good luck to him.
Jake, the last time we saw this man compete, it was at Wembley Stadium fighting Daniel Dubois for the heavyweight championship. He's not someone who's past his prime. He's not someone who's over the hill. And yes, that fight didn't go his way, but he's still very much in the game. He's one of the best heavyweights in the world. What is it about his game, though, that makes you confident that you can shock the world and beat him?
Yeah, look, he's one of the best heavyweights ever. But I believe that fighting a smaller man is oftentimes harder as a heavyweight because of the speed difference and because of the foot speed. Because of the angles, because of the head being off of the center. And so all of that power is great, and he's knocked people out. I just have to avoid that one shot for 8 rounds, and I believe that I can do that. So when I'm bouncing around the ring, jabbing, weaving, and doing all of these things, I know I can pick them apart and score points and make this a very, very big contest. People say, oh, I respect Jake Paul for getting in there. No, respect me because I'm about to win.
Anthony, let's address the naysayers if we can. And a lot of them seem to come from your home country for whatever reason. When this fight was being worked on, Anthony's ruining his legacy. He shouldn't be in there with Jake Paul. He should be fighting the top dogs. If it goes past 2 rounds, you know, it's a stain on his resume. It's a stain on his legacy. What do you say to the people who say you shouldn't even take this fight, let alone even what happens if it goes past the 2nd round like the Ngannou fight did, that this is now a stain on your legacy?
You know, I just address people that are for me. I don't address people that are against me. Basics. You know, people say, what do you feel about negative comments? I say, why am I worried about negative comments for? Why am I worried about people that don't believe in what I'm doing? I just focus on people that believe in me, that are supporting me, and that's it if I'm honest. I ain't got nothing to say to those people because they don't even come into my psyche.
That's fair. I saw when Jake was sitting down, like you were locked in on him. You were zeroing in on him. I would imagine maybe one of the first times you've seen him in person.
I want that chain.
Okay.
That shit's dancing. That chain is dancing. You know what I mean? I'm like, give me that.
We're going to war, baby. This 50 cal's going in your head.
Perhaps the chain on the line as well? No? No?
I'll put the chain on the line.
Don't say that.
I'll put the chain on the line, but you got to put something on the line.
I'll put my chain on the line.
The obligatory bet, but it's getting so old. It's getting so fucking old and played out with Jake. Okay? The obligatory bet. Clip farming at its finest once again. The obligatory fucking bet. We're all so sick of this shit. Even Jake is. This was a poor-ass attempt at making a bet. Like I said, this shit is so played out. He did this shit in the Gervonta Davis press conference like 2 months ago. That fight gets canceled. Here he is trying to recreate history once again. Not, you know, a lot of stuff is fake about this dude's fight buildups, and that's why I told you guys, even in the last press conference with Tank accused a media member saying, dude, Jake paid you to ask that fucking question. That sparked it in my head. Shit, Jake's paying these guys to ask questions to make him look good. And that's why I told you guys, he did it again here too. Jake's press conferences are low-key, played out, and annoying as fuck. He's clip farming, bro. He's clip farming without you guys knowing it. That's why I'm bringing it to your attention. Always talking about bets, hiring people, and putting them in the fucking crowd to ask questions. Pathetic.
So when you look at this guy, what do you see when you're staring at him?
Talent, focus, good team, nothing negative. He's here to do his job. I could sit up here, as I said, and try and address all the things that Jake doesn't do good. But I'm fighting Jake that's going to do everything good on December 19th. So let me focus on that. He's a good person, does his thing, great team around him, puts in the work, and that's why he's sitting here now. Anyone out there in the world that works harder than the next person deserves to be a front runner, and he's a front runner in the boxing game right now.
Respect. Jake, can I ask, it feels to me from afar, you're in a bit of a lose-lose here. Because it seems like a lot of people want to see you get obliterated, right? A lot of people want to see you get your comeuppance. And if you do pull off the upset, or if this fight goes the distance, again, the whispers will start to come. People will discredit you. People will say, this, that, and the other about the fight. How do you balance that, and how do you deal with that? Man,
I've already won at every single thing in life. I'm playing on house money. I've accomplished all my dreams, said everything I was going to do, from becoming, the first influencer to become an actor on Disney, to becoming the biggest YouTuber in the world, to rising to the top of boxing and having the largest viewed fight in the history of the sport. I've accomplished everything, so this is a win-win and another challenge for myself. I've never been knocked down or knocked out even in sparring, but I'm in a sport where that happens, and I know this is dangerous, but this is no different than a soccer player, losing in the World Cup on the biggest stage. If that's how it goes, if I take one of those punches that Francis Ngannou took mentally, and I know that, and I have power, all of that, that's all that matters.
How much do you expect to weigh on fight night?
Man, I was cutting down for Gervonta, so it's been a little tough getting back up in some strength for this, but anywhere 215 to 225, we'll see.
Okay, and I want to clear something up with you, AJ. I saw in the press release that it said that on weigh-in day, you can't weigh above 245, but post weigh-ins, you can weigh whatever you want. There's no rehydration clause or anything like that. Is that accurate?
Whatever it says, yeah, I think that's the case. But my focus, 111 kilograms is what I got to weigh in that, right? I do kilograms, not pounds.
I don't know. You stumped me on that one. What is 111? Should I look it up?
245.
Okay, 245, yes.
Yeah, so 111 kilograms. So that's it. That's what I'm focusing on. Anything else is a bonus after that. But 111 kilograms is my main focus.
And I know your fans have been dying to see you back in action.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been well over a year now, right? September of 24 was your last fight.
Yeah.
I understand you had a couple of surgeries.
No, one.
One, okay.
On the elbow.
On the elbow.
Yeah.
When did you get 100% cleared? When were you ready to go? How long ago?
When did it get cleared?
For the record, because we're on that, you know, he got away in at 245 pounds. If you guys are wondering what AJ weighed in his last fight against Dubois, where he got knocked out, he weighed in at 252 pounds. So they're making him cut an extra 7 pounds. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy, but it is something and worth mentioning. M-Gal, cold out in Laguna, Jacob. Yes, it's fucking cold, M-Gal. Cold as fuck today, like 63. And you know, I realize that some people might not think it's that cold if I say 63, but relative to my area or California, 63 cold as fuck. Rainy to right. Yeah, it's rainy. It's raining out here, M-Gal. Or at least it's about to start. It was raining heavy last night. Jake gonna get destroyed out there. Dead man walking. Dead man motherfucking walking. Does he get 24 hours to rehydrate, Miata Boy asks. Yes, I believe so. I believe he gets 24 hours to rehydrate, and there's no limit. He can rehydrate as much as he wants. So there is no rehydration clause. Just the weight cut. So if you're asking me, do I prefer Jake making AJ cut weight, or do I prefer Jake employing a rehydration clause? I think it's better that he's only making AJ cut 7 pounds. Jimmy Jam James saying, hey bud, how's it hanging? How are you? I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. We're streaming early tonight, James, because I got to go to my brother's birthday thing at around probably, I don't know, 6:30 or so is when my friend's going to pick me up. And I was just thinking, maybe if I get home in time, we can do it live later. But maybe. Shout out James. Shout out everybody watching.
8 months ago.
Okay, so what took so long after getting cleared to get a fight?
Oh, so what I done after my last fight, it's been a whirlwind, this boxing. So I've been trying to create businesses on the side and what I've been doing. So after so many years, where I'm a CEO of businesses and I'm boxing, I've decided to shut down a lot of businesses so I can put all my energy into sports. So I took 12 months out of the game, realigned my vision board, and consolidated a lot of things, trimmed down my team, and I said I need 12 months to do that. So I took 12 months out of the game. We was moving at 100 miles an hour with my blinkers on. So then I took my blinkers off, looked at the landscape, and I just changed a lot of things in my life. It took a bit of time, but I said I need 12 months, and now we're here. So 12 months out of the game. And from September 21st, if you think about it back then, to now, December, that's 3 months. So most people...
All right, I'm going to just skip around because I don't want to sit around and listen to all this stuff. And I got the timestamps anyway. So 15 minutes, Joshua talks about training with Team Usyk.
He is one of the best heavyweights in the world. We expect nothing less. It's great. And I want the best version of Anthony Joshua on December 19th. And it's going to be the best version of Jake Paul that you've seen, and we'll see who's better.
Last week on the Eubank Ben broadcast, Turki Al-Sheikh was laying out plans for Anthony Joshua. Said he had a fight in February, said he had a fight in the fall. Does any part of you relish the opportunity of perhaps ruining some big plans for AJ and the team in 2026?
Yeah, 100%. It's a massive mistake to look past this. Seriously, I'm putting a stint in all of those plans. Don't book anything. Don't arrange flights and hotels. I'm knocking this guy out, becoming the CEO of Matchroom Boxing, and changing the plans. And it's going to be me versus Tyson Fury next year.
Do you feel like you are being disrespected with all these plans? You know, even Eddie talking about, like, it's a nice little Christmas gift, and we'll go in there, we'll make some money in Miami, we'll become big stars here in the United States, and then we're on to the serious stuff. That's the way it's being laid out.
Yeah, I mean, look at the last time they came to America and what the plans they had were. Andy Ruiz stopped that. So this is Andy Ruiz 2.0.
AJ, can I ask you about those plans? Are those in place? Are you viewing it the same way that the people around you are talking about it?
What about fighting February?
Well, they're saying we have a date in February, we have a date in the fall. The Tyson fight is being discussed, but you do have a fight already booked. That's you know how the game goes.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna break his face. I'm gonna break his body up. I'm gonna stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart. I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting, no matter who it is.
Who are those opponents lined up for you in 2026?
My focus is on Jake Paul.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Is that true, though? Do you have those 2 fights lined up already?
They're not signed, they're not sealed, but they're opportunities, really. They're just opportunities in the game. But my main focus as signed and sealed is Jake Paul, so that's all I've got in front of me.
Do you agree with the assessment that if this fight goes longer than the Ngannou fight, it's kind of a...
No, Jake's a completely different fighter to Ngannou. Ngannou and Jake are completely different animals, so I can't compare the two together. Ngannou never boxed before either. Jake's boxed before. They're just different. Ngannou's a lot more slower, but a lot bigger and more powerful. Jake's quicker. Jake boxes in a completely different style. Ngannou's more upright. He does switches southpaw and orthodox. Jake doesn't really do that. They're completely different fighters, if I'm honest with you. So I'm not trying to compare. At the end of the day, it's just what happens at the end of the night. I'm not in there to try and knock Jake out in 10 seconds or 8 rounds. I'm going to go in there and do a job. I'm going to want to hurt him. You know, I'm going to want to really hurt him in the ring. If that's what I want to do. That's what I'm here to do.
And Jake mentioned the Andy Ruiz fight. Up until now, that's your only fight in America, pro fight in America. Do you view this as an opportunity to right that wrong, to reintroduce yourself to the American public?
No. I'm here for a job. I'm not here to reintroduce myself to nobody. I'm not here for any of that. I'm here to fight Jake Paul. That's it.
And Jake, can I ask you before, and we'll get to the media in a second here, just an opportunity to bounce off both of these.
What up, AJD? I know you're not interested, homie. I get it. Stick with me a little bit. I got some other good stuff for us later. If MMA Joey's still live, we can tap into MMA Joey's live stream as soon as this is done with. I'll try to make it quicker. Let me go 1.25 then for you boys. By the way, I think he's about to ask Jake what I've been saying, which is that AJ's chin is compromised, right? So I believe that's what Ariel's about to ask Jake, and Jake's going to respond to the, compromised chin allegations. Let's see what he says.
Guys, do you some of the talk has been the chin, right? Andy Ruiz, Dubois. Do you subscribe to any of that? Do you feel like there is a reset button there, or do you think that is not fair to AJ?
I don't think it's necessarily fair to AJ. I just know that I have the power and the timing. It's the shots that you don't see coming that knock people out. And I'm a tricky knockout artist that people don't give me enough credit for. I've won knockout of the year. So he has to be careful. And I do have the timing, the speed, and the tricks up my sleeve to be able to hit a shot on this guy that he doesn't see coming that can put him to sleep 1,000%.
Oh, my dear.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
You're asking my opinion?
Of course.
No one cares about my opinion.
We care. You're on the podcast talking about your opinion all day.
That is true. Please check it out. It's called The Ariel Helwani Show on Uncrowned. I can't believe that we are standing here, honestly.
Yeah.
I give him all the credit in the world.
Oh, you don't give me no credit?
Well, no, I'm going all the credit in the world. And I've been one of your biggest supporters and backers. I think you are disrespected and mistreated in the UK.
Why do you always focus on the negative?
They're always, because they focus on the negative. And I think
don't focus on the negative people, trust
for
me.
taking this and not subscribing to the notion that
There's people out there that give me credit.
Okay.
We focus on those people.
You are one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. You're one of the faces of boxing, not just UK boxing. You have sold out multiple stadiums. Your win over Vladimir Klitschko is one of the all-time great moments. You're an Olympic gold medalist. The fact that you are taking this challenge and not saying that you are above the challenge.
No, I'm not above the challenge. I've got to work hard.
Says a lot about you.
Yeah, that's what I've got to work hard. I've got to keep my head down. I've got 4 weeks. I've got to put the work in. I'm not here to announce myself to the public. I've got to come in under the radar, do the promotional agreements that I've signed up to do. Nothing more, nothing less, and get the job done. That's what we're here to do.
I do get worried, if I'm being honest, when I hear all this talk about February and fall.
But that's what a good promotional company should do.
That's why I want to know if it was in your psyche as well.
No, it's not. A good promoter, a good manager should always have plans for the future. But from where I sit in my chair, on the general's table, I've got a job at hand, and that's where my mind is.
By the way, who's the opponent that you were supposed to fight this weekend?
He's in Jake Paul's camp.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Is he
in
here?
Jake Paul's camp.
What's his name? Cassius.
Okay. And where was that supposed to be?
Already whooped that ass. Sorry, Cassius.
Oh, damn. Where was that supposed to be?
He got a broken knee right now.
Where was that supposed to be?
That was going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had a good plan lined up to fight in Saudi Arabia. Get on there, big, like, not even announce it, but like just turn up, ring walk. What's he doing? No announcement. Wow. And build that momentum again.
Okay, fast forward on AJ if he has more pressure.
And if Joshua doesn't blow him out, some people will look at it as an unofficial W for Jake. My question to both men is, who has more pressure on them going into this fight?
100%, Anthony. Yeah, 1,000%. This is something that's going to weigh on him, right? Like, because of what you said, I'm going in there, I can fight free. If he starts getting touched up and losing rounds, I think the cookie will crumble.
Do you agree?
Whatever he said. We'll see if the cookie crumbles. I don't know what to say.
Yo, AJD, is it just me or does Ariel glaze everything but fucking Americans? And the funny thing is, he wasn't born an American citizen, but he became an American citizen. Of all the other citizens he could have became, he became an American citizen. Yet he fucking rides for all the fucking, you know, foreigners. He got no loyalty to America, if you ask me. Shout out AJD. I'm like, why Ariel riding the Brits so hard? Psh, he always does. He pushes British boxing more than he does American boxing. And like I said, he got a fucking American visa. You should have gone and moved to the UK then.
I'm confident in myself. Like, I'm not focusing on him. I just know what I can do, and I can't wait to show it. I'm not going to crumble. I'm solid. I've been through wars, and I'm still standing super strong. I align myself with some of the greatest coaches and greatest fighters in the world because I have that hunger, that desire. Every time I've been knocked down or been in trouble when I was younger, came back 3 years later, got to the Olympics. Get in trouble again before the Olympics, 3 years later, become world champion after 16 fights. Win all the belts, get beat by Ruiz, come back and unify the division for the second time. It's just constantly drives my focus and my hunger to get better. So I'm going to be a tough man to break down 100% come December 19th because I've been building myself over the last year. I ain't been sitting back. I've been working.
Thank you.
My question to his response right there to you boys would be, what do you think? Is AJ mentally weak going into this fight, or you think he's looking mentally sound? Hard to tell a little bit, but he seems mentally sound if you ask me. Miata says, if Jake chins Joshua, is Jake the best boxer right now? Miata boy, no. He's not the best boxer right now. He just knows how to pick opponents, all right? That's all it is. Okay? Miata boy, he was glazing Wellmaker. What you mean? What I mean is he just posts a lot about British boxing and shit like that. He's all on Aspinall's nuts over, like, you know, I know we don't got too many American heavyweights, but there's a few things, like being all over Aspinall's nuts, promoting British boxing more than he promotes fucking American boxing, being in bed with Eddie Hearn, you know what I mean? Ariel always fucking glazing the foreigners, it seems like.
I do have to say your happiness is sort of radiating off of you.
It's not happiness.
You're not happy?
It's not happiness.
You seem to be in a great place. The smile.
This is fight.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize. You just seem to be in a great place. I could feel it. Mike Heck, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Mike Heck from MMA Fighting. Jake, I wanted to ask you a question, and AJ, I want to get your thoughts on this as well. After the Tank Davis fiasco, Francis Ngannou was one of the reported names, and not only did he sort of publicly turn it down, he said he actually felt disrespected that he was even brought up into the conversation. So I wanted to get your reaction to that.
We don't care. 29, AJ says he's coming to hurt Jake. Jake says he's ready to die.
Telling you that you need to knock this guy out?
Do you know what it is? I don't... the dog. No one believed in me. I came up and fighting the best in the world. You can't underestimate anyone. You can't underestimate anyone. So I've got to take him seriously. And after a year out, as I said, I've changed a lot of stuff in my life, realigned my energy, got my focus back to where it needs to be. You know, distance myself from a lot of distractions I was around, and I'm just fully channeled now, fully locked in.
Have the boxing fans you've been speaking to since this was announced been telling you that you need to knock this guy out?
Do you know what it is? I don't... I've seen it, I've heard it, but as I said to Jake respectfully, I need to cut him up, and I need to break him up, and I need to hurt him, and that's just what we do. That's it. There's nothing more to it. Doesn't matter what anyone else tells me. What I feel in my heart is I need to do a job. And
Jake, just one for you. Great to see you as always. So congratulations on probably the biggest challenge in your fistic career so far.
What's fistic?
Fistic.
Okay, in your boxing career.
You're the golden cockerel, as you call yourself, as well as the problem child. Talk about that delusional optimism. Do you really, truly believe that you can go in there and beat this behemoth from British boxing?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. 100%. Self-belief is the most powerful thing in the world. And it's been there since my first fight. My second fight wasn't supposed to be Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, the UFC champion with hammers in his fists. Not supposed to beat Silva, the list could, Mike Perry, the king of violence. All easy work. I know this is much more challenging, but I know what I'm capable of in the gym, and I know that my team knows what I'm capable of and entrusting in them, and this is going to be fun. I want him to cut me up. I want him to break my face, but guess what? He's going to have to kill me to stop me, and I'm ready to die, seriously ready to die in the ring to win this fight.
Seriously ready to die? Seriously ready to die?
We're all born to die, baby.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Cheers.
Also want to let you know that there's an amazing
Love Jake or hate Jake, I respect that. You got to be willing to die if you're going to go in there and fight a guy like AJ, so there is some underlying respect from me for Jake for stepping up to fight AJ, despite AJ being on the downswing in his career, but it's minimal. Because like I said, if this dude beats AJ, all it does is prove he knows how to pick opponents. That's all it is. It's all it is. Don't get fooled. And I know the 7-pound weight cut that he's making AJ do isn't a lot, but it's like, bro, you're the one asking to fight a heavyweight. Then you ask that same said heavyweight to cut 7 pounds. It's annoying, bro. It's fucking annoying. If you're gonna ask a heavyweight to fight, then just fucking abide by the rules. Don't ask for a heavyweight to fight and then manipulate the fucking rules. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna ask a smaller fighter to fight and tank, but then you're going to have him, wear bigger gloves and shit like that when that's not tailored to his weight. So Jake's always on some bullshit. Always. He's not going to get in that ring. Okay, the Black Irish Shaman. Shout out. Bro, I don't know why your guys' full usernames are popping up now and not just like your fucking name. It was easier before. He's not going to get... Oh, I read that. The problem with boxing is it being 10 rounds. It needs to be like UFC 3 rounds and 5-round championship matches. Well, this one's 8, so it's a little bit less. But I got you, Miata boy.
Disputed bantamweight title fight on this card. The undisputed champion, Shernika Sugarneeks Johnson, representing New Zealand, going up against Amanda Gale, who had a tremendous win back in Montreal on the MVP card in September. That's an amazing fight on this main card as well. We'll go to our next question asker. Oh, where are we going? Here? All right. We'll go here.
Hi, Jojo from Better Media here. This question's for Joshua. Oscar De La Hoya, Nate Diaz, and Tyson Fury all said that Jake is going to knock you out. Would you be willing?
Another paid question, clearly, because Better Media is owned by Jake. So, of course, Jake's going to tell that guy what to ask. But that's not the question that Jake really paid for. I'll tell you guys the question I believe Jake paid for.
Willing to take the bet with Tyson Fury that's saying that Jake is going to beat you?
No, I'm not worried about what Tyson Fury's got to say. That's what I'm saying. It ain't even about the money. I'm betting on myself. Yep. I'm focusing on myself. I'm fully betting on myself. I ain't worried about what anyone's got to say.
He did say he's going to put £1 million on it. Would you be willing to take that bet with Tyson Fury?
Respectfully, I'm not worried about what Tyson Fury's got to say, or I'm not here for any of that betting and nonsense. I'm here to fight, and that's all it is. Once I get the job done, I'm going to collect my check, cash it, and I'm going to focus on the next one. My bet is on me doing a number on him. That's all there is to it.
Yep. And for Jake, Tyson Fury's willing to put £1 million on you to win. How does it make you feel that his brother Tommy won't even fight you for $10 million?
A lot of people in this sport, believe it or not, are actually bitch made. Anthony can attest to that.
That's correct.
That's why we're up here on this stage, because we're both always down to run it and throw hands. Tommy's, lost. He's a lost puppy. No one watches his fights. I'm the only thing that he's got, so he should be on his knees begging for the fight. We did offer him it, and he said he wanted more time. So we tried. We've been trying. Same with KSI. These guys just don't want to step up to the plate. I'm not afraid of anyone or anything, so I'll go to the bigger challenge, a bigger fight, and do bigger things with Joshua, and that's why we're here today.
All right.
Fuck the Tommy Fury fight, but yeah, KSI, low-key, You know what I mean? Soft for not fighting Jake. Low key. That's the fight right there. KSI versus Jake. That's literally the fight.
Thank you, guys. You know how I know AJ switched on? No AirPod. You've ditched the AirPod.
Yeah, I did.
That's how I know you're focused.
Have you seen the open shots?
Well, you had those, but you're not even listening to them, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have thought that the AirPod means he's actually focused, but okay, Ariel.
Are you listening to anything?
No, no.
Okay, that's how I know. He's focused. All right, my man.
How's it going, Jake, Anthony?
Hello.
Travis.
Cue the paid fucking question, boys. Cue the paid question. Jake fucking planted this guy in the crowd to ask him a fucking, toss-up question. Cue the fucking paid question asker, boys.
With weighing in with Travis Hartman, I actually fought Terrence.
I actually can't fucking fathom how crazy of a question this is and how set up and premeditated this question is. Get ready. Get ready. You're going to be wondering, where the fuck is this guy going with this? But really, this is Jake's subtle way of flexing, taking on AJ on his 14th fight of his career. You'll understand in a second.
Crawford in the pros, and I went the distance with him in the decision that I lost. So I respect what you guys. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
You, bro.
This first question is for you, Jake. Have you heard of a guy named Sam Gerard?
No.
Have you heard of a guy named Christian Solano?
No.
Look at Jake acting like he has no clue, right? This shit's annoying. And shout out James, Jake, the joke. This shit is scripted like a movie. F Jake. Now, James, I'm sure you're actually talking about the fight. And yes, I know a lot of people think the fight's going to be scripted, but the press conferences are scripted too, bro, and it's annoying as fuck. Once again, look at Jake asking like he got no clue where this guy's going with the question. Meanwhile, Jake got every clue in the world where he's going with the question. He's the one who provided him with the question. Don't get it twisted.
Rick Campos.
No.
John Medina.
No.
Billy Daniels.
No.
And the reason I ask that is because in Floyd Mayweather's 14th pro fight, he fought Sam Gerard. Canelo fought Christian Solano. Terrence Crawford fought Derek Campos. Muhammad Ali fought Billy Daniels. In your 14th pro fight, you're fighting Anthony Joshua. How does that make you feel?
Man, we've been different. We've been pushing boundaries, and that's what I'm really here, is to be a beacon for kids out there to take inspiration from. That's one of the biggest things and goals I have in my life, is to show people what the power of self-belief and manifestation, hard work and discipline, and where it can take you, and to take risks. And even if you fail, right, lose to Tommy Fury, get 10 times better, 10 times bigger. And now we're sitting here today and to meet Tommy Fury's light work in terms of a boxing match now. And so I'm here to inspire kids and do things differently and be a disruptor.
You're disrupting the sport for sure. Anthony,
That's the dead giveaway right there. The guy fucking glazing him at the end. You're disrupting the sport for sure. Also, Jake's answer was a pure giveaway. He knew he was going to say that before the press conference even started. Nah, he is glazing that hard for free. Nah, bro, I don't think so. Even the guy said he's a boxer. He's not even a journalist. He's a boxer. He fought Terrence Crawford at one point in his career. I feel like Jake low-key trains with this guy or something and just put him there. But shit, if he's glazing that hard for free, that's even worse. But I don't think so, genuinely. James Jordan telling me, riding easy, JJ. Okay, I got you. I got you. Like I said, JJ, they are fucking... Your guys' names aren't popping up like they usually do. So if you hear me calling you something different, that's why. And we got somebody already deleting a fucking chat. Japan, you're new here, so I'll let it slide. But don't do that shit again.
you're fighting in an 8-round fight. It's your first one since 2015. And you're probably going to set an all-time record of making the most money for an 8-round fight. You fight only 10 and 12-round fights. Why fight an 8-round fight? Why not push for a 10-round fight or a 12-round fight with a guy who doesn't have as much experience going that long like you do?
So you got to look at what works contractually and what the things are that are going to get this fight over the line. Whether it was 8, whether it was 10, whether it was 12, whether it was 6, I don't really have any complaints as to what was presented to me. My focus was who, when, and where. Everything else after that is going to get taken care of by the good people I have around me. So for me, 8 rounds is here nor there because it's the same. The minute the first bell goes, it's just as dangerous as the 12th round. Do you know what I mean? So I've got to just stay focused and switched on for the duration of the fight. So it doesn't really matter how long it goes for. I've just got to be switched on for as long as it lasts.
Do you think if you don't knock him out, that's considered a loss for you? Win or lose, if you don't knock him out, do you think that's a loss for you?
Are you asking for me or are you asking for you?
Well, both. But in your opinion, if you go 8 rounds and win a decision against a guy who's only had 13 pro fights,
No. It's not that. That's what I'm saying. That's for you. Are you asking for me or are you asking from your perspective?
I mean, from your perspective.
From mine?
Yeah. Is it a win for you if you just beat him,
No.
or do you need to knock him out?
I need to knock him out.
I like that.
Why did you stop fighting?
What?
Why did you stop fighting?
I got 3 kids.
Yeah, focus, priorities.
I got 46 pro fights, 170 amateur fights.
I might get you in for some sparring.
Because I love doing this. What's that?
I might get you in for some sparring for Jake.
By the way, Jake, you brought in.
So, as you heard it right there, AJ says if he doesn't, he's saying for himself. Fuck the media headlines, right? For himself. If he don't knock out Jake, it's a loss in his book, in his mind. Taking everybody's opinions aside, he feels like it's a loss for himself if he fucking doesn't finish Jake. I like to hear that, AJ. Come on, bro. We're all banking on you, homie. We're all banking on you.
And Shakur Stevenson to help you prepare for.
Thank you.
For Tank. Are you bringing in any notable big men to help you prepare for AJ?
Yeah, we're talking to some big guys that people know the names of and figuring out their schedules and aligning with them. But yeah, bringing in champions for
Any names
this
you
to
could share?
prepare. Well, nah.
Okay. Dion, I don't know who said that, but I think that was a fan. I'll ask one more question and then one more media question. I know we're focusing a lot on the noise today, and that's my fault, and I apologize for that, but you know how it is around you. There's actually a huge story going on back home in the UK surrounding a young man named Jude Bellingham.
Bro tried to fucking squeeze in a soccer question, and we're not listening to it. Literally retarded, bro. Come on, Ariel. Why the fuck you squeezing in a soccer question, bro?
Representing his country and doing a good job. It doesn't matter what it takes to be in Jude Bellingham's position. It could be one of those years.
Here, Ellie Sack.
There's a few media. Let the media guy excuse me.
Okay, yeah. I'll be here all day.
Come on, Ariel, man.
I was listening to them.
Stop hating on them, bro.
All media, please come up. Trust me, I got a million more questions for you.
Let's do this one quick.
I'm having a
Ellie
blast.
Setback, what's good?
Ellie Setback reporting.
First of all, this is huge for boxing. It's a major, major fight. Props to you and Jake. For both you guys, what do you do good in the ring, and what do you think your opponent does better?
Okay, cool. For me personally, I'm very durable. I'm going to come forward and I'm going to impose myself. I'm going to land heavy punches and I'm going to make sure I'm going to expose him to certain tricks in boxing that he may not have seen yet. And I'm going to bring him to another school of boxing that I don't think he's been exposed to yet. So there's a few tricks I have up my sleeve to show Jake December 19th.
Yeah, quick, fast, great footwork, big chin, take shots, big heart, lion-hearted, sneaky knockout punches coming. Lots of great work to the body. People underestimate my jab. So, yeah, and I think he says I haven't seen those tricks, but I'm in there with champions, you know, sparring Shakur, all these people bringing in world champions. So he's got to be ready, and I know he will be, and that's what I like.
Now, Jake, I've known you since your first day in a boxing gym, pretty much. All these twists and turns. If you do pull this off, and respect to Josh, obviously he's a legend, is this the biggest upset in boxing history?
For sure, neck and neck with Tyson and Buster. Right up there. Biggest stage. This will probably be the second most viewed fight in the history of boxing behind me and Tyson. And I'm going to go in there and win and shock the world.
And Anthony, if you...
So I feel like I'll just kind of tell you guys this. On paper, like, this is what sucks, right? I disagree with Jake. I don't think it would be the biggest upset since fucking Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. But the one thing you guys got to factor in is that nobody is going to say what I've been saying about Joshua, that he was on a downswing in his career, that he's coming off a knockout loss, he's already lost all his belts, and that's not even considering that he's been finished by Andy Ruiz too. You know what I mean? Years ago. On top of that, the loss to Usyk and shit like that. So that's where Joshua's at in his career. But the only reason why it's going to be such a big upset is because Jake, you know, is doing Jake. He's not really a boxer, but he's, you know what I mean, stepping in against a former heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist. So everyone's going to act like it's a huge upset. It kind of is, but there's a huge caveat there where, dude, AJ is on a downswing in his career. But if he beats AJ, fast forward 5 years from now, ain't nobody going to be talking about that. They're just going to play the highlight. They're just going to replay the knockout. Nobody's ever going to talk about how AJ was on the downswing of his career. They're going to say Jake Paul knocked out an Olympic gold medalist. Jake Paul knocked out a former I think undisputed heavyweight champion. Maybe he wasn't, but a former heavyweight champion for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Not what I just got done saying a second before that. And that's pretty much the press conference. But let's take a look at the face-off. And then, shit, boys. I figure we'll just tap into MMA Joey's stream because I see him responding to everyone giving him shit. And what's funny is
it is, in fact, happening. Frank Smith, the CEO.
I didn't watch anybody's reactions to MMA Joey in the video he made yesterday, but I gave him a lot of shit in that video. And it just feels good to see that everyone else is giving him shit too. It feels good to see that. So much so that in his title on his live stream, it's like MMA Joey responds to MMA media trying to cancel him. Something like that. So we'll watch that after this face-off, like 2 minutes. James Jordan, MMA Joey, shit. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Shit. James Jordan, I know you're JJ, so I'll try to fucking say JJ. The only thing is this going to be a sparring session? Question mark. Jake's fight with Tyson is still under investigation. What up, Louie? Shit. Yeah. People forget, man. People forget about that fight being under investigation. People also forget that Jake Paul admitted to carrying Tyson in that fight and refusing to knock him out. But I don't know, man. I think this is going to be a real fight, but time will tell. Once they step in the cage, I think we'll get a pretty good idea. Or step in the ring, sorry. Jake need to fight MMA like a man. Shout out me auto boy. Hey, Jake teases it. Let's see if he ever does it. Louis, I think Jake is probably closer to 5'11 to 5'10. I don't think he's 6'1. Yeah, Louis. I don't know when I said it, probably during last night's stream, but I already said Jake definitely lying at least by an inch about his height. And with his reach, probably 2 inches. Because I see he claims 76, got to be 74. At most, Jake is 6 foot with a 74-inch reach. And Louis saying that is why the height difference looks so big. There you go. Dylan, I feel like Andy Ruiz Jr. is like the Kelvin Gastelum of boxing. Yeah, he pretty much is. That's a good comparison. AJ's close enough to his prime, and considering who Jake has fought, I think it would be an all-time shock. The Black Irishman. I get why people say that, bro, but I'm not gonna co-sign it, bro. Like I said, if Jake beats AJ, all it proves to me is he knows how to pick opponents. And that's how Devin Haney's career has been too. Him and his dad, they know how to pick opponents at the right time.
Matchroom Boxing here as well. Great to see him in attendance here in Miami. And my friends, it is in fact going to happen. The very first face-off is about to go down. Let's bring back Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua right here and now for this inaugural face-off of an 8-round heavyweight battle that is going down December 19th live and exclusively on Netflix. The unimaginable, the unthinkable. Who would have thought just a week ago we'd be looking at this? Two-time former unified heavyweight world champion, 2012 Olympic gold medalist, Anthony Joshua against the man who dares to dream bigger than them all, the one and only Jake Paul. December 19th, Miami, Florida, Kaseya Center, live and exclusively on the biggest platform in the world, Netflix. Tickets on sale right now, Ticketmaster.com. What a sight, what a fight. Thank you so much for watching.
What do you think, boys? What do you think? Is he a dead man walking or what? Is that a dead man walking right there? Jake Paul I'm talking about. Is that a dead man walking? I got a couple other things to show you real quick before we tap in at MMA Joey. And as I say it, bro, I'm not sure how long I'm willing to look at MMA Joey's channel, but we could tap in a little bit. Arman headbutting Dan Hooker, bro. Arman headbutting Dan Hooker. Arman gets a little bit crazy when it gets to be fight time, you can tell. Shout out Elia in the back.
Don, clearly, you guys are fired up. What should these people expect tomorrow night?
Let's go, but I love it. Bring it on.
Arman, what are you going to show these people tomorrow night?
I'm gonna show great knockout and gonna get my title next.
Shit, ain't shit going through Arman's mind aside from beating Dan's ass, I swear. His mind is like straight up blank, bro. All he got on his mind is fucking war. But yeah, Arman almost cost himself another main event. So luckily he's fighting Dan Hooker, because if it was a lot of other guys, I think that fight could have been called off. So that's Arman, Dan Hooker face off. But this is the best face off of the day right here. Brian Norman Jr., Devin Haney face off for 2 minutes, boys. They refuse to blink. They refuse to break eye contact. I'm finna spoil it for you, though. Devin Haney, the first to blink and the first to break eye contact, okay? These are big deals. These are big deals in boxing. So take a look at this face-off. This is my favorite face-off of the day right here.
The Assassin 2.
Sergio, this fight could go in a couple ways. If it goes Brian Norman's way, it's going to be a slug.
No blinking, no breaking eye contact, 2 minutes. But yes, Dev breaks eye contact and blinks first. Truth be told, Dev blinked first. Then he didn't want to be the one to break eye contact first, so he tried to maintain that, but he ended up breaking it first anyway, so double win for Brian Norman Jr. ahead of the fight.
What I've been realizing, more than just a puncher, and Haney, we know that he's experienced. He's the one with the heavy resume. That's why this fight, I mean, we say it all the time.
You know what's funny about saying don't do that to Jakar Close, Black Irishman? I'm pretty sure I saw on Instagram that he followed me today. So no shade to Jakar Close, bro. No shade. No shade. But that did happen. You know what I mean?
Number 1 in the world in the welterweight division by the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine.
There was nervous energy in the air at yesterday's face-off. This is what I like seeing from Devin Haney. That's what I want to see from the Dream. He's facing a nightmare, a potential nightmare in front of him. And Brian Norman Jr., you don't want to have that nervous energy. You want to lock eyes. You want to let him know this is my house, this is my title. I'm going home with it. I belong. You're the one that doesn't belong. That's what I like seeing from champions. Professionalism and quiet confidence.
Did you guys see the blink from Devin? He blinked a few seconds ago. But look, now they're trying to keep eye contact. Watch who breaks eye contact first. Ah, Dev. Long ass face off, yeah. I love a long face off though, bro. I love that shit. I wish Dana would let them face off for longer. That's the best shit, bro. Nobody's taking their eyes off it for as long as it lasts. So yeah, we got, for the record, boys, just to kind of recap too for tomorrow, we got Arman versus Dan Hooker, right? And in the co-main event of this, event, we got Ian Gary versus Bilal, 2 banger fights. Then we got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr., and I didn't post it, but we got David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard. So 4 big-time fights tomorrow, 2 cards. Okay? So tap in. Let's see. Betting odds are 5-1. What do you think they should be? According to your theory, it would be more likely that his team knows how to pick opponents than not. No, yeah, I definitely think his team knows how to pick opponents, like 100,000%. But if the odds are 5-1, personally, that seems about right. That seems about right. But I saw Dylan said to begin the stream, Dylan was telling me the odds are Joshua minus 1,100. I feel like that might be too big of a favorite. Minus 1,100 might be too much of a favorite. Joshua looking like the Terminator. Jake always fights smaller guys. Only Tommy Fury was taller, and he had trouble getting past Fury's jab. Well, then he's going to have an even harder time getting past fucking AJ's jab. Dan Hooker has a crazy accent. Other people from New Zealand don't even sound like that. It's because he's like fucking, what's the word? He's Polynesian. Dan's either going to KO Arman or Arman going to hold Dan on the ground for 25 minutes. Let's all say a prayer that doesn't happen, the latter half. We already dealt with that last weekend, bro. I'm dying for a good main event. I'm dying for a good main event, boys. Yeah, Joshua would be paid off and retired. What up, Gargoyle? Louis says, Devin will try to make the fight as dull as possible. He will run, and when Norman gets close, he will clinch, and the ref will let him do it. Sounds like the typical Devin Haney fight. That's why shout out to Rolly Romero. He says put some fucking ankle weights on Devin so he doesn't fucking run. Strap some ankle weights to that boy. Gargoyle, ever since Usyk beat him twice, Joshua retired. Joshua been mentally retired for a minute, I feel like. Also, when he crashed out following that Usyk loss, that was it for him. But shit. He's still probably going to kill Jake, but if he doesn't, you know my theory. Dan is somehow a Maori now. Yeah, he's Maori. That's what it is, Louis. He's Maori. But he white as hell. He white as hell, but he's Maori. I think the Maoris are Polynesian, to be honest with you, but shit. Jake versus Jacob. Book it, says me Boy. Let's go. Shit, me versus Jake all day. Okay, so yeah, and also, you know, we're not going to cover it too crazy, but Tyron Woodley, he's going to be boxing Anderson Silva on the card, on the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua card. So, you guys got any thoughts? I think Anderson Silva probably going to beat Tyron Woodley's ass. But you guys tell me what you think. Yes, you're right, they are Polynesian. Yeah. But a lot of the white guys from that area, I mean, they embrace the Maori background. So, shout out. Oh, Guru's live right now, too. Polynesian, question mark, LOL. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think so. Dan is punch drunk, but it's cool. That's why we like him. Yeah, we fuck with Dan. Okay, so this is Joey streaming an hour ago. MMA community tries to cancel me like Mighty Guru. Arman headbutts Hooker. Bro, why'd you steal my fucking headline? Kamzat out live. Yeah, I don't know how long we're going to be able to deal with this, boys. Like I say, I be streaming every fucking day. I've never come on doing some gay ass shit like this. Fucking humming to you guys. What's wrong with this guy?
And like, it is what it is. We'll always keep it up, bro. Don't back down. PayPal, the late prediction drop a little while ago. Sufi for the $5 PayPal dono. This came in 17 minutes ago. Thank you for dropping a PayPal dono while I'm not even streaming. Keep standing up to the haters. Don't back down. Good always overcomes evil. Evil, even if it has more views and subs for now, keep it up. You will overcome. I will always keep it up, bro. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate you, man. Look, I got to be honest, the hate. If you watch the channel for a bit, you know I actually love the hate. I love the hate. But, yeah. You got the sickest beard, brother. Definitely a guy I'd want to go to Applebee's with at 7 p.m. at 53 years old. After we beat our wives, we can go cheat on them. But only if they're 9 months pregnant. I'm done. I'm down for the Applebee's, but I'm not Dana. I don't beat my wife.
Hey, what up, Scott? What's poppin', Scott? We streaming early today. Seems like you boys are liking the early stream. I got a decent amount of you in here.
I don't beat my wife, and I definitely, I don't know if I'm going to be out graping up a storm when she's 9 months pregnant.
Do you guys believe that this guy's married and his wife is 9 months pregnant? I don't know, man. You got to show me your wife, homie. Like, you got to fucking show your wife. We need to know. I have a theory, but I don't want to be super edgy like Guru. But shit, I'll say it. I'll say it. I feel like his wife is Muslim. That would be my guess. That would be my guess.
Cancel Joey, my goat. Thank you, please, and thank you is live. Hey Joey, your son Guru told me if he could ask you if he could stop holding your pocket. Nah, he's gonna keep holding my pocket forever. Like the storm is over, and like it is what it is. But this will go down in history. This will go down in MMA YouTube lore as the day I finally decided to buck up to somebody who would not shut their fucking mouth, and I bodied him with one fucking 2-minute appearance in one of my videos. The fucking pool I have around here is crazy. Dino, thank you for the 25.
Mail order, the Black Irishman. Dylan says, I feel like he has a Visa wife. And the Black Irishman says, there's no way baby is his. So you boys are on the same fucking tip as me. My point in saying that his wife is Muslim was basically trying to say arranged marriage type shit. Meaning, you know what I mean? There's no way he's pulling a girl. You feel me? If anything, he's the one getting finessed. Or, like you guys said, if anything, he's getting finessed by a Visa wife. Or, like I said, it was arranged marriage type shit. But there's no way he's going out pulling a girl in the wild and getting her fucking pregnant. Honestly, there's no fucking way. I'm sorry, MMA Joey. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know you from a can of paint, bro, and I'm dissing. But I'm just telling you guys what's on my mind.
Norwegian Kroners, I believe it is. Your son Guru asked if he can stop holding your pocket. Now he's going to keep holding it. He's going to keep holding it. I got a Discord question. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Let me see. Let me go check. See if I missed something. Let me take a look. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. I think, let me take a look. So, it's, there you go. I messaged you back. So, congrats on 44K subs. Thank you. Thank you. Mighty Mouse dropped a response. Do you think you'll make a video about... To be honest, I really don't want to. You guys have to realize...
Shit, if Mighty Mouse dropped a response, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. Although now I'm starting to see I don't think he even responded. Yeah, he didn't. I didn't hate him till he said the guru stuff. It's insane. I thought good for him before that. Well, the thing is he's a hypocrite, bro. He's a hypocrite. He's fucking rage baiting, talking about Sandusky when Bo Nickel lost, and then he's literally critiquing MMA Guru for, you know, somewhat of the same shit, bro. Somewhat. Might not have been as spicy as Guru, but you know, it was the same concept, the same idea, the same blueprint. You know what I mean? So if he hates Guru, he hates his. This is what I gotta say. If MMA Joey hates Guru, right? He hates his damn self because he's trying to be Guru. Go peep his fucking channel and tell me he's not trying to be Guru. Look at every video. It's a carbon copy of Guru's channel. And that's fine, you know what I mean? Like, you can do that. I'm not going to hate so much on using inspiration from Guru. But you hate on the man. You try to cancel him, but you copy a lot of his shit. That's crazy to me. Jacob has the MMA Jewy hairline.
What's on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I know the whole Twitter and the world is blowing up. It's so funny.
You think I'm covering it up like fucking Jake Paul, Miata boy? I ain't fucking Jake Paul. Shit, I'm gonna have hair forever. I don't got the turf genes. Luckily. He claims he's not going for clout. Guru mentioning MMA Joey is the only reason he has subs. I don't pay enough attention to MMA Joey. I figure he got some, you know, decent content that got him some subs, though. I would imagine. I think he got a lot of subs probably from his live streams where he goes crazy. Okay, so I wanted to kind of, this is the same video we reacted to last night, but I did want to kind of go over it again because I brought some things up, but I didn't fully explain it. And I don't know, maybe I was like tired or something like that. But I rewatched this again today and I had more points that I was like, damn, I didn't make it in the video. So allow me right now. But let me just, it's getting like fucking stuffy in here. So let me turn on the AC real quick. Okay, time to get on DJ's ass a little bit more. All right. And by the way, the video just dropped. I just posted it. So everybody tap in once the stream ends in a few minutes, probably like 30 minutes or so. Go tap into Jealous Joey. MMA Joey fails miserably at canceling MMA Guru after Mighty Guru show canceled. All right. So go tap into this. An hour and 30-minute deep dive reacting to MMA Joey's video. I roasted him pretty hard. All right. But watch that after the stream ends for extra content and just to help me out.
What's on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I know the whole Twitter and the world is blowing up. It's so funny. So first off, let me go ahead and let you guys know. Yes, the Mighty Guru pod is on ice right now. It's not over completely. You know, obviously, Guru said some things that obviously I don't agree with. So just to give you guys kind of like a context of how things work. I do not watch all of Guru's content, meaning that when he is doing his live instant reaction and he has 20,000 viewers in the channel, I'm also doing the exact same thing. I don't babysit him. I don't see what he's saying whatsoever.
Ugly inbred little rodents, dude. Cry at a border, bitches. Crying in my chat. Round 5. Go cry at a border.
Now, when did I hear that Guru said these comments? Me and Michael were at one championship in Japan, and he looked at me, he goes, did you see what Guru said? I said, I do not. If you guys didn't know this, I do not have Twitter on my phone. Reason why is because it's a very toxic place.
Fucking softy. Fucking softy, bro. Can't handle a little bit of X, DJ? Shut the fuck up, bro.
And does Twitter make my life better? No. Do I need Twitter in my life? No. So do I have it on my phone? No.
Guy is acting like if you don't have Twitter, there's no possible way he could know what's going on with MMA Guru's career. Come on, bro. Stop doing this. You knew, bro, and you don't need X to fucking know. All right, DJ? But go ahead and speak in like a tone like you're talking to a class of kindergartners to make yourself feel like you're getting your point across. You know what I mean? That's what DJ's doing right now. He's trying to talk to the camera like he's talking to a class of kindergartners. You know what I mean? To make people feel stupid if they think poorly of him. DJ, once again, you don't need X to know what MMA Guru been up to, all right? You were more than informed of what MMA Guru been up to, and here you are copping out once again, bro. Once again. And you're using this weird tone of voice right now to manipulate the audience. I'm disliking you more and more as the days go by, Mighty Mouse. Even the appearance. I hate to pick shit apart, right? I hate to pick shit apart, but like, I don't want to hate too much, right? Because I've been wore chains before too, but I'm just saying, like, the chain, you know, this stuff does say something about you. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like you need this shit. That's why, me personally, I said, fuck a necklace, bro. I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit. I got over that shit too. Here you are. You got to always put on your little gold necklace and shit like that. I don't know, man. I know I might be hating slightly, but shit. Call me a hater then. The All Saints, like, ugh. You guys know me. Plain white tee. Shit.
I do not. So Michael has Twitter, which is the producer. So does Nick. Michael always lets me know when something's going on that should be brought to my attention. And this was something that was needed to be brought to my attention.
Once again, DJ, nothing new. Nothing new, DJ. What was brought to your attention is nothing new. How does it feel to be talked to like a kindergartner, DJ? What you fucking got showed by your Jewish producer is nothing new.
Now, with that being said, did I address Guru off camera about this situation? Yes, I did. We talked about it before we filmed the last episode of The Mighty Guru. We talked about it. He even said that, you know, things got to me. The pressure cooker, 20,000 viewers, things were going on. At that time, I still didn't know the full context of what he said. Obviously, Guru had a very, very ugly rant recently on the UFC 322 live instant reaction with Islam versus JDM. I did call him out on it off camera because I felt that was the best place.
Hold on. This is the jump cut I want to call out. Give me a second.
Things got to me. The pressure cooker, 20,000 viewers, things were going on. At that time, I still didn't know the full context of what he said. Obviously.
So DJ's saying he didn't know the full context of what he said, yet his producers showed him what he said. I feel like DJ's lying right there. Personally, I'm going to give you guys my honest take. I feel like DJ's lying when he said, I still wasn't sure of the full context of what he said, right? But then it goes straight into this jump cut. Because again, he's filming a video and I think he probably fumbled over his words after he said that, which is why he did the jump cut and then voiced over it. You guys know last night I told you these jump cuts, these B-rolls are fucking voiceovers. He's re-editing the video he filmed. Let me rewind it again so you can hear it. He's claiming, I still didn't know the full extent of what Guru said. Why is he saying he still didn't know the full extent of what Guru said? Maybe because he's trying to cop out again because he filmed the podcast and he posted that shit. And people are on his fucking ass, bro. That's why. That's why he's acting like he didn't know. And that's why he had to go to the jump cut right here and re-voice over it because he fucked up in the video. That's why these guys don't go live. That's why DJ don't go live. That's why he had to have an edited fucking video response. And I'm calling him on it. This shit's obvious, clear as day. One more time, I'm gonna show you guys.
No. Things got to me. The pressure cooker, 20,000 viewers, things were going on. At that time, I still didn't know the full context of what he said. Obviously.
Come on. You guys don't see it? He's copping out because he's getting backlash for fucking still doing the podcast and posting it and getting his money before they canceled. That's why he's doing this, because everyone's calling him out saying, yeah, but you made your money though. You made sure to get your money off him one more time. You feel me? He definitely said something stupid as fuck after this sentence right here, after he took this deep breath.
Things were going on. At that time, I still didn't know the full context of what he said.
Right there, after he took that deep breath, he went on to say something that he didn't like and he cut it out. Because again, how are you going to follow up after a lie, bro? How are you going to follow up after a lie? You can't keep it a buck after you just told a lie. That's why he had to fucking voice it over. Continuing, because there's one more fucking jump cut in this.
Guru had a very, very ugly rant recently on the UFC 322 live instant reaction with Islam versus JDM. I did call him out on it off camera because I felt that was the best place to do it. And I said, dog, you can't be saying this stuff. I asked Guru to stop saying these things. Then we talked about it.
Such a weird jump cut. When I'm not fucking jumping in on DJ, watch it on your own time. It doesn't even make sense, bro, how he jumped into that. There's no way his sentence flowed that way. Like, literally, there's no way his sentence flowed that way. Literally no way. I'm gonna rewind it one more time for you guys. And sorry if it's getting redundant, but I just want to be crystal fucking clear, bro.
The last episode of the Mighty Guru, we talked about it. He even said that, you know, things got to me. The pressure cooker, 20,000 viewers, things were going on. At that time, I still didn't know the full context of what he said. Obviously, Guru had a very, very ugly rant recently on the UFC 322 live instant reaction with Islam versus JDM. I did call him out on it off camera because I felt that was the best place to do it. And I said, dog, you can't be saying this stuff. I asked Guru to stop saying these things. Then
he's literally repeating himself. He literally repeated himself. But you guys can go back and watch it. I'm not going to rewind it again. But that fucking little B-roll voiceover, he repeated what he said when he was on camera.
We talked about it. Then we went on and continued to film the Mighty Guru podcast. And by the way, it's the best podcast on the MMA space. You look at the numbers, look at the fucking thumbnails, banger thumbnails. We had so many more thumbnails in the pipeline. Miami Vice, Men in Black. I want to do Django Unchained. It was just gold, right? So we did the podcast, we dropped the podcast, and then I'm chilling. Once again, I don't go on Twitter. And I respect Guru for, you know, reaching out. Me and him had another discussion. He was like, dude, I think I'm totally fine of us just, you know, separating and going our separate ways. And I told him, I was like, I don't want you to change. I don't want you, that's how Guru makes his content. And we had a talk prior to, and I was like, dude, like, we gotta, you know, do you think you could tone it down a little bit? And he goes, yeah, but I don't think I can hold myself. Like, I don't expect him to stop doing what he does, because obviously what he's done up to this point, he is the biggest MMA channel on YouTube right now. Like, you look at,
I'll just say too, him wording it the way he said when he went up to Guru, he said, you think you can tone it down a little bit? That just gives me a vibe that he was asking him through his producers. You feel me? His producers pressured him, and he goes, okay, I'll ask him if he can tone it down a little bit. Like we've been saying, like I've been saying, I don't think DJ gives a shit about what Guru says on his platform, hence why they still went through with filming the podcast in the first place. But he was going and asking Guru to tone it down through his producers. He was the middleman.
Numbers, far none. You look at Ariel, you look at mine, you look at anybody who's covering the sport of mixed martial arts. He is the king ding-a-ling. Don't let anybody fool you. He is. So,
Miata boy, just stick with me. Stick with me, because I'm a tie back to something we've talked about in the past. You should be familiar with it, Miata boy. But stick with me, because I didn't get to say this shit last night, and I should have. Now I am. Great question, Miata boy. Just hang on.
But we're like, hey, dude. I said, dude, you don't need me on your channel. You don't need the Mighty Guru to be successful, nor do I. So you keep doing your thing, and I'm keep doing my thing. And will I like the content I do watch a Guru of, like, you know, the John Jones stuff, and then what the Dana White and all that stuff? Yeah, I do. I think it's actually hilarious. Do I think him calling, you know, inbred and bomb this and all that stuff? No, I don't do that. If my son was to talk,
nothing new, DJ. He's been doing that since before your podcast started. DJ. You don't fuck with that. He's been doing that since the podcast started. There's nothing new. That's why everybody's on your fucking ass, bro. Because this shit ain't nothing new. You were okay with it. Now you're not. Why? Because other people don't like it. You bought into the pressure. You bought into the peer pressure. Everybody outside your house yelling fire, fire, fire. And what'd you do? You called the fire department. If you get what I'm trying to say, you get it. If not, I'll explain it once this video's over with.
Like that, my son would be getting ass whooping from me because I didn't raise him like that. I like Islam. I like all those guys. I have no problem with no religion. But if Guru feels that way, I cannot help him feel a certain way. I can't sway him like, dude, these guys are good people, which I think deep down inside, he believes they're good people too. But another question, you guys asked me, why did I start the show to begin with if I knew this could happen? It's called taking.
So again, this is another jump cut in here where he adds something in.
Like that, my son would be getting ass whooping from me because I didn't raise him like that. I like Islam. I like all those guys. I have no problem with no religion. But if Guru feels that way, I cannot help him feel a certain way. I can't sway him like, dude, these guys are good people, which I think deep down inside, he believes they're good people too. But another question.
See, I just don't like how he's fucking cutting in and out and then jumping topics and shit like that. Like, it's confusing me. But to tell you guys my thoughts, I feel like this thing about the peace, right?
My son would be getting ass whooping from me because I didn't raise him like that. I like Islam. I like all.
How do I say this? I feel like he edited this into. How do I say it? Like I said, right, I don't think Demetrius really cares about what he's been saying about the Dagestani fighters, right? I don't think DJ cares. I don't even think that was in DJ's original video that he posted or that he filmed. But he added it in to appease, once again, to appease the community that he's receiving backlash from, I guess you could say. But to be honest, I think he edited this in because he doesn't even really think this way. But he's trying to push a narrative. Like, if he really thought this way, in other words, if he really thought this way, I feel like he would have put this in the original video. You know what I mean?
Those guys. I have no problem with no religion. But if Guru feels that way, I cannot help him feel a certain way. I can't sway him like, dude, these guys are good people, which I think deep down inside, he believes they're good people too. But another question, you guys asked me, why did I start the show to begin with if I knew this could happen? It's called taking a risk, where I think a lot of you guys out there might not have taken a risk in your life, but I took this risk.
Taking a shot at people again because he's getting criticized for you know what I mean? Over something that's legit deserves criticism for. So he's going to send a shot because he's getting criticized over something that deserves criticism. And once again, before this jump cut, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, bro. But before this fucking jump cut, all right, what did I say?
On Jones stuff and then what the Dana White and all that stuff. Yeah, I do. I think it's actually hilarious. Do I think him calling, inbred and bomb this and all that stuff? No, I don't do that. If my son was to talk like that, my son would be getting asked.
What did I say, right? I said, this is nothing new. You already knew this, right? This is nothing new. You already knew this. Now, fast forward past the jump cut. What's the first thing he says? He acknowledges what everybody's been saying. Oh, you guys are asking me, I knew this, right? That's why I'm saying this jump cut in the middle, he said something that he deleted out. He's being inauthentic, bro. In my opinion.
From me because
like Guru, when he posted his video, he didn't have no fucking cuts and shit like that. He didn't have no cuts and shit like that. He was just telling the fucking his side of the story.
And raise him like that. I like Islam. I like all those guys. I have no problem with no religion. Dude, these guys are. Another question, you guys asked me, why did I start the show to begin with if I knew this could happen? It's called taking a risk, where I think a lot of you guys out there might not have taken a risk in your life, but I took this risk, meaning that I did not feel that the content he does on his channel will spill over onto the content we make on our channel, right? If you guys look at all the Mighty Guru podcast shows, it is nothing but vibes, good chats, not degrading the athlete, not talking about somebody's religion, And for everybody out there, I have no problem with any religion. As long as you're a good person and you have good morals, I fuck with you. But none of the Mighty Guru podcast stuff doesn't reflect what he does on his channel, right? I didn't think the stuff that he does on his channel will spill over into our channel. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I was having a great time making that content with him because it was good vibes. We're hanging out, chilling.
Since I've been so hard on DJ, I will say I get where he's coming from, where he didn't foresee that all this stuff would happen. But I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna defend his ass too much. But I get what he's saying. I mean, if he didn't foresee this stuff happening, I get it. But I will say on top of that, because he's been using the whole sponsorship excuse, saying we can't get sponsors if you talk like this, but they had the Prize Picks sponsorship. They had the Prize Picks sponsorship when Guru been saying all that stuff. So is it bullshit or not? You know what I mean? You guys already had sponsors. Now the sponsors aren't going to fuck with you guys. Why? Because he said something he's been saying for the last 5 years?
Laughing, dropping knowledge. The fan base loved it. And like I said, I can't say that it will never happen again, that us coming together. But I know, and he knows it. And this is where I think kind of made it us to go our, I don't want to say our separate ways, but he does his thing. I'll do my thing. Put the podcast on ice. He's going to keep doing what he's doing. Next time somebody fights and he gets ham and he's got 25,000 live viewers, he's going to say something and it's all going to repeat itself all over again. And I don't like, the one thing I do not like is I don't like being out living my best life. Like literally today, I'm at piano lessons, playing the piano, getting ready for holidays, getting ready to play Christmas songs for the wife and the kids. And Michael, the producer, tells me, dude, this shit's blowing up all over Twitter. And I was like, guys, I have no idea what's going on. He sends me one tweet, I look at it, and then I jump off. So if you guys don't know this, if you don't have Twitter, if somebody sends you a tweet, you can look at it, but that's it. You can't go and scroll, see what everybody else is saying.
Okay, so DJ doesn't like it. He doesn't like it, right? When people come up to him and they tell him about criticisms, right? So he's going to shut them up. He's going to make it so nobody can come up and criticize him. Now, you guys, if you've been in the streams, you know what that means. You're putting out your fucking fire. People coming up to you is part of the game, bro. And that's the thing about Guru. He said, fuck that, bro. I'm not putting out my fire. I'm going to keep doing this shit. I don't care how many people yell at me. I don't care how many people tell me to stop. I don't care how many people call me this and call me that. I don't care if you ask me to change for sponsors, for anything. I'm going to keep doing what I want to fucking do. All right? And he realizes, I think Guru realizes in the back of his head, if he stops doing what he does, everybody's going to fucking leave. If you appease everybody and get everybody to shut up about you, then what's going to happen? Exactly that. Nobody's going to fucking talk about you. You're going to become a no one. So shout out to Miata Boy saying, do you think DJ will fall off after this? Well, I mean, I think he's putting out his fucking fire. You feel me? So he's definitely going to fall off a little bit. Because where's everybody coming at DJ now? So all the detractors, right? They're all gone. Right? DJ effectively, with one fellow swoop, got rid of all the detractors. All of them. Whoosh. Off the table they go. You know what I mean? Those same detractors were the same people watching, bro. Were the same people filling your pockets. But you wanted to appease Michael Wansover. You wanted to appease these people, your producers, the fans. Okay. Now they're all going to shut up. See what happens now, DJ. See what happens now. I guess time will tell. But yes, I predict there will be some type of fall off for DJ. You know, although I'll say the devil's advocate is that he maintained his relationships with the fighters, right, over Guru. So let's see if that decision pays off. Time will tell. But I do believe it was a bad move to listen to all the noise, right, and to just succumb to the peer pressure. MMA Guru did the exact opposite, bro. MMA Guru did the exact opposite. And it's worth saying one more time, you succumb to the peer pressure of shit you already knew existed, bro. Stand on fucking business. 10 toes fucking down, DJ. You already knew this shit happened. You already knew he said this shit, but now you got a problem with it because other people do. But if you don't, then fucking say you don't. So I think he's putting out his fire. I think he could potentially fall off a little bit. Yes.
But at the end of the day, it was an amicable split. It wasn't like, dude, get the fuck out of here, mate. Get out of here. It was like, dog, you know, obviously I want you to stop saying these negative comments, these racist comments, and I don't want you to change, but you can't be saying that because I am friends with these athletes. But no, I did not kick Guru to the curb. Me, him had we thought it was best, and the mature decision is to go our separate ways. He does his content, I do my content. Am I gonna watch Guru's content? You best fucking believe I am, because it's great content. Do I gonna watch all of his content? No, but I'll pick and choose the spots I wanna watch his content and enjoy it. And I think you guys should as well. So boys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe. Also, hit the bell to go live, and we'll see you guys at the next video. Peace.
Dylan, thanks for always letting me know about the ads, homie. I just delayed them probably pretty much till the end of the stream, so you guys should be chilling. I just delayed the ads. Yeah, Guru full of shit. Sorry, Mighty Mouse full of shit, bro. And let me read some of the comments real quick. But I do want to acknowledge Miata Boy saying, what did Miata Boy say? He said, Guru was saying he felt a way about DJ's video in his stream today. Miata Boy, if you wouldn't mind, homie, if you got the time, you don't have to do this by any means. I won't be tripping if you don't. But if you got time and you can screen record that and send it to me, we can react to it on stream when I go live tomorrow or later this evening when I get back from my brother's birthday. But yeah, Miata Boy, that's a side note. If you want to, you know, inform me where I can find that, please do, and we can react to it on stream. But it just gets a little bit much if I got to watch a whole hour and a half fucking stream to get to that one point. But I would love to see Guru's reaction to DJ's video and see if like we have any of the same reactions. Miata Boy would love some ice if he could, or he would have some ice if he could. Miata Boy, you don't need that shit, bro. I promise. You don't need that shit. Brent James, DJ just used peer pressure, LOL. DJ succumbed to peer pressure is what he did. And the peer pressure he tried to put on Guru said, fuck that shit, I'm good. I'm chilling. M-Gal Perry Goat. I knew M-Gal would enjoy that rant. Eric says, can't take DJ at his word 100%. A while back, I looked at old interviews and found out that he lied on the Jackson podcast about his talks with the UFC over the Dillashaw fight. Damn, Eric. Expose that shit in the chat, homie. I don't know about that, but expose that shit. Let us know. Dylan said his producers probably told him to re-record his takes in the B-roll. Yeah, I'm sure they did, bro, but he's fucking stuttering over his words because he's fucking trying to make himself look better, Dylan. That's why he's stuttering over his words, bro. If you got your point, you don't need to retake it, bro. You don't got to retake that shit. Especially putting B-roll in front of it, voiceovering is way different. He didn't just re-record, bro. He voiced over it. He voiced over it. After he was done filming that shit, he voiced over it. He didn't even say it when he was sitting in front of that camera then. Not gonna lie, I need some taco. Bell, someone hit the Apple Pay. Shit, Miata Boy. One of these days I'll hook you up. Maybe one of these days I'll hit your Apple Pay, Miata Boy. Dylan says maybe DJ thought that Guru would tone himself down for the sake of their relationship. Yeah. And Dylan, we all know by now what that is. You know what I mean? Guru gonna kill his fire, bro. Gonna kill his fire. Guru got sponsored by Prize Picks at the same time him and DJ linked up, so I think the podcast sponsored both DJ and Guru separately too. Yeah, but you know what I've been saying is that Guru been controversial. He been calling them inbreds for years. I never watched the Guru DJ show, but I guess Guru would keep it a bit toned down and stay on topic during the show. But you can't expect him to change what made his channel. Louis. Yeah, I mean, I would tone it down in front of the fighter too, but I'm gonna pop my shit on my own channel. So, Guru can't change, bro. Oh, Miata says he said it on his live so I can't find it. Oh yeah, because he makes that shit private. So annoying how he does that. More like Mickey Mouse, M-Gal. Mickey Mouse, shout out. Or Minnie Mouse, if you're MMA Joey. DJ Producer is Jewish, so he hates Guru because Guru is cool with Mitchell. I get it. I get that his producers could have a vendetta, for sure. The whole thing is messy, bro. The whole thing's fucking messy. But, I think that's pretty much the stream. Let me see, my homie texted me. No, he's not on his way yet. So I can answer some chats for a little bit if you guys got any. That was my rant, though. That was my rant for the day. I'll scroll X and see what's popping on here. Soda pop. Oh, soda pop, too funny. Soda pop goes, yo, who the Asian ring girl on LFA right now? Someone find me the at. I'm gonna hit her up. Oh, I gotta like that shit. Here's the Bill Haney, Brian Norman senior scuffle, but I don't want to full screen it. Damn, bro. They were getting to it. Bill holding back his own team. Bill holding back his own team. Why Bill got his hoodie on like that? Oh yeah, thoughts on Hamzat being out till 2026? Let me take a look. Hold up, I'm gonna just turn off the AC real quick. Hamza, right? Lerone trying to get active and fight at... Oh my god. Lerone trying to get active and fight at 155. Interesting. Interesting move. Hamzat Chimaev says he'll be out until after Ramadan, mid-March, due to a small operation on his foot. My return after Ramadan. Right now I have a small operation on my foot. I'll step away from training for a couple of weeks, heal my wound. So we'll prepare for Ramadan. Whoever they give me, that's who I'll face. So we got a slight foot injury. To be honest, when I'm reading this, I mean, regardless if he was injured or not, he was never coming back before Ramadan. He was never coming back. I don't know who needed to hear that, but he was never coming back before Ramadan. So, okay, he got a little foot injury. Small operation, he says. I'm not tripping. And if he was healthy, he still would have been coming back after Ramadan. So, really, it means nothing. It means nothing. He didn't even need to disclose that, to be honest. Didn't even need to disclose it. Dylan saying, if you're giving out some free game, I'm curious about your thoughts on UFC fighter Julian Marquez fumbling the bag on Miley Cyrus. Shit, I remember that shit like it was yesterday, Dylan. If I'm not mistaken, right? Miley Cyrus said, if you get like a tattoo of me or something like that, then we can go on a date, right? First off, he was next level simping over her, which he shouldn't have done in the first place. But I think afterwards, after she responded to him, then he said, no, you got to get a tattoo of me or some shit like that. I get what Julian Marquez was doing, right? I think it might have been worse if he got a Miley Cyrus tattoo just to go out on a date with her. That would have been some fucking simp ass shit. So, fuck it. Julian Marquez should have got the tattoo and smashed Miley Cyrus. Final verdict, Dylan. Julian Marquez should have got the tattoo and smashed Miley Cyrus, bro. He fumbled the bag. That's my final verdict. Now, that's not with everybody, but a guy like Julian Marquez for a guy like for a girl like Miley Cyrus, get the fucking tab, bro. Hit it. Live to tell the story another day. Shout out to Julian Marquez for the generational fumble of Miley Cyrus. And shout out Dylan. Dylan, I know I gave you some good game last night, homie. I know I gave you some good game last night. Bryce Mitchell is one of my favorite fighter, bro. Is funny as fuck, says Miata Boy. Eric elaborates and he goes, when DJ said that he wanted TJ's belt on the line if he missed weight at, let me read that again. When DJ said that he wanted TJ's belt on the line if he missed weight at 125 pounds, that was a lie. TJ wasn't even champ when they tried to book that fight. Damn. Damn, bro. Back in 2017 when the dispute happened, DJ told the exact same story except he said that if TJ missed weight, he wouldn't fight and he wanted both his show money as well as TJ show money. Okay. Okay, I remember that. I do remember that. So DJ over-negotiated and then he retold the story wrong on Jackson Podcast. Okay. Yeah. Now, I don't know if DJ was mistaken or if he was actually lying there, but, I mean, I guess either way, you can't really trust DJ if he be fucking misspeaking half the time. Miata Boy says, thoughts on Ham... Oh, I got that one. Anthony Joshua gonna catch a body, says M-Gal. Yeah. Jake Paul a dead man fucking walking. M-Gal, Silva will KO Woodley, I believe. I believe so too. Eric, UFC wanted to have Ray Borg as backup in case TJ missed weight, but DJ still wouldn't take the fight. Yeah, I remember that shit. I do remember that shit. Got you. All right, Eric. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, DJ, you know, he also handled his UFC career really bad. Really bad. I've come to that conclusion. He played victim a lot, blaming everyone else, but I think he also got in his way a lot too. Drum Trap. Anderson Silva versus Woodley. I hear they fight on Jake's card. Another mismatch. Silva wins in boxing. Let's go. We all rocking with Silva. We all rocking with Silva. Eric Hamzat was talking like he wanted a quick turnaround after beating DDP. Yeah, shit, but here we are in fucking October. Here we are in October. And come on, bro. We talking about Hamzat, Eric. We talking about Hamzat. I don't care what he says, bro. We talking about Hamzat. He could say whatever he wants. Man is only fighting. Shit. This man only averages one fight a year, let alone two. Oh, that's what it was. Dylan says, I'm pretty sure Miley Cyrus asked Julian to shave his chest hair where the remaining hair resembles her initials. Yeah, bro. Even worse. It wasn't even a tattoo. All he had to do was shave his chest hair. Generational fumble. Generational fumble, bro. You said it perfect, Dylan. A low-tier UFC fighter getting a chance to crack a mega pop star is insane when you think about it. All to just shave your chest hair? Shit, I'll do that for free. I already did that this fucking week. I already shaved my chest hair this week for free, for no one. That shit was just getting too long for my liking. I already shaved my chest hair this week, homie, like 2 days ago. Jake, lose this one based on thumbnail. He is fighting Mount Everest. I know. Let's go. And by the way, I just had to do a little bit of clickbait in the thumbnail. I'm pretty much quoting Tyson Fury, I think Anderson Silva and Nate Diaz. That's what Nate Diaz are saying, or that's what them three are saying. So for the record, I don't think Jake's gonna win, but I figured that would get you guys to click. And eventually I won't have to do that, but come on, boys. Right now, I gotta clickbait a little bit. And it's not real clickbait. It's true. You know what I mean? People are saying that. Just not reflective of my opinion. You guys see this? Talking about, right, what's his name? What's that motherfucker's name again? John Pork, how him and his 10 goons jumped Dylan Dennis. Listen, Hamzat not built like that. Hamzat runs the ones. Hamzat says one-on-one fade or nothing, okay? Hang on, I'm trying to pin the chat here in my thing. Also, my homie just texted me he's on his way, so this is the last video, guys. Maybe I'll go live later this evening. If I don't go live later this evening, I'll see you tomorrow for the fights. 7 a.m., okay? Last video.
Сейчас Илья Тафури, ты вот приехал, также Арман, и вот все гадают, вот встретится там Арман с Ильей, что-то будет, не будет. Вот твое появление может предотвратить вот какое-то недопонимание?
Если что-то будет, раз на раз. Ничего. Других остальных лишних мы будем бить, а все они один на один. Не, я не думаю, что-то. Надеюсь, что ничего такого случится. Это спорт, и нам нужен такой хайп, нам нужен громкие бои, поэтому они работают в правильную сторону, чтобы продвигать свой бой в будущем, это случится.
Сейчас Илья Тафури.
Hamzat says, if something happens, they'll fight each other one-on-one. We will beat the ones who try to jump in. So, shout out to Hamzat for that. Miata Boy says, what do you mean Hamzat jumped Nate and Nick? Shit, I don't remember that, Miata Boy. That was backstage when they were throwing the water bottles and shit. I don't remember it fully, Miata Boy. I can't even speak on it. But alright, boys, that's the fucking, that's the stream for today. Damn, what a shame I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I gotta dip, though. You already know I would have stayed longer. Shout out to all 20 of you watching. If you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe already. Or shit. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe. And the last thing I'll say... Oh yeah, shout out everybody for liking the video. The last thing I'll say, I'm gonna plug my shit one more time, okay? I just posted... Let me go to my channel. Since we got a short stream today, W stream. Appreciate it, Dylan. Thank you. AJD, long press, LOL. All day press. Okay. Go view this video right now. Go run up the views and the likes on this video. I mean, come on. This title is too good. Come on, bro. The title's too good. Jealous Joey. Hang on. I gotta make sure you guys can see it. No, you can't see it. Look at this title, okay? Jealous Joey. MMA Joey fails miserably at canceling MMA Guru after discontinuing Mighty Guru show. All right, you guys got to go watch this for me. Run up the likes, run up the views, share it if you want to, and find out why I call him Jealous Joey. All right? And then also, just one last thing. I just want to show you guys a thumbnail. Come on. Come on. Look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. He is jealous. He is jealous, all right? Come on. Come on. Go watch that shit. I promise you it's good. It's a real deep dive. No bullshit. I'm just calling homie on all his bullshit. So tap in, boys. Tap in. Like I said, I'll see you guys later this evening if I get home early enough, or I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay? But where the clip? The clip's right here. The clip's right here. It's an hour 30-minute clip. Hour 30-minute. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace out.